I am back from a workout that I did not record. I couldn't record because there was just so many people walking past my camera. I just couldn't get the right, it just wasn't right. Like, when I record, I like to record when, one, there's not a lot of people, two, there's not a lot of people. Anyways, long story short, I wanted to bring up a very important topic on my channel, and I'm gonna try to make a video at least once every week on something that I find valuable, something that I find, just want to talk about topics that can better people, topics that can really make people sit down and do some sort of self-reflection and see what it is that's missing in your life. What could you do to better your life? So the topic that I chose, ready? Habits. Yes, habits. Because I believe that your habits make you who you are. And habits have the power to turn you from a lazy, unmotivated, undetermined, unsuccessful person to a very high energy, intellectual, very motivated, and someone who can, you know, get up every morning and they follow the routine, they take it day by day, they have structure, they're organized, they're happy, they're just, you know what I'm talking about. So let's go over habits. What is a habit? So let's start off with the definition of a habit, and then I can tell you guys what my definition of a habit is. So according to Google, a habit is a settled or regular tendency or practice, especially one that is hard to give up. Okay. So my definition, I believe that a habit, whether good or bad, is something that makes a person who they are on their day-to-day life. Okay? So now that you know what my definition of a habit is and what Google's definition of a habit is, we can move forward with this conversation. So first things first, what determines a habit? So Google said that a habit is something on a regular tendency or daily routine. Yes, a habit is something that people do on a day-to-day basis that is the norm. For instance, I have a habit of waking up in the morning and going back to sleep, even with an alarm. Now, I also have a habit of going to the gym when I can, but I also have a habit of not being consistent in the gym. So let's break it down, because now we're sort of jumping into it, into, you know, what habits can be and so on and so forth. So let's break it down to good habit and a bad habit. My examples of good habits and bad habits may be very different from someone else's examples. For instance, for me, I think a bad habit is going out every weekend getting drunk. Someone else might take that and say, you know what? I don't think there's nothing wrong with going out every weekend. That's a good habit to me. Where I'm going with this is habits are very personalized. Your habits may seem good to you, but to me, they might seem bad. So whatever habits you pick up, I would encourage you to make sure they are truly good habits. Some examples of good habits are jogging every morning. That's a good habit. Self-care, that's a good habit. Reading is a very good habit, in my opinion. Journaling good habit. Making new friends is a good habit. And this is coming from someone who has always had a handful of friends, but those friendships never turned into something more, because I'm the type of person that I want my friendships to be treated as relationships. And I would hope those of you out there also feel that way, right? And what else is another good habit? Drinking water, that's a very good habit. Eating healthy, good habit. What else? Taking a moment for yourself is a good habit. There's definitely more good habits that I can think of, but I don't want to make this video too long, so let's leave it at that. What are bad habits? Smoking, bad habit. Drinking, bad habit. A lot of SEGGS, bad habit. Okay, that can quickly turn you from being a very high energy person to a very low vibrational, mind fogged person. Another bad habit, sleeping in, very bad habit. Not working out, bad habit. And I am going to make another video on this, on the effects on your brain from simply working out. I mean, working out is just amazing, and I don't want to get into that, I don't want to get there just yet, but just know that that video is coming and you guys will love it. What's another bad habit? Losing your spirituality, bad habit. I love being very connected to God and feeling like I can vent to God when I need to the most, and just simply being very thankful every day. That is a very good habit. But a bad habit would be, not knowing in what you believe in. I think you should have a habit of whatever you want to do spiritually, whether it's praying every day, whether it's going to church every Sunday, whether it's journaling to God, because believe it or not, a lot of people journal to God. They write very personal letters to God and they say them out loud, and they, fresh breath of air. Okay? All right, so now that we covered good and bad habits, let's talk about what really makes a habit a habit. For me, I think a habit is something that you have gotten used to every day now, hence the definition. So I think that with that being said, you have the capability of changing your habits. If you feel like you are just so stuck in life and you don't know what to do anymore, what to change about your everyday routine, start by writing down what your habits are. So, for instance, me, I have a habit of waking up after my alarm goes off and going back to sleep. That is not a good habit. Because one, now I'm sleeping in more than what I should be. And two, it doesn't keep me consistent with my day-to-day schedule. I love running on a schedule. I love running on time. I'm a very organized person. So that is a habit that I have to change, because it just makes me feel like a waste of time, and just it's not good for me, at least. Start by writing down your bad habits. Start by writing down your good habits. Write down what you want to put into practice. So for me, I want to change my bad habit of going back to sleep. Okay, let's put my phone in the bathroom so that when my alarm goes off, I have no choice but to get up. Once I'm in the bathroom, I can go ahead and start with my skin, brush my teeth, shower, whatever. A habit turns into a habit after 21 days of consecutively doing it. If I were to just stick with that for about 21 days, then it would turn into a habit. So now I just wake up every day, go to the bathroom, and get my day started. So I know the lighting might be a little off. I did have to move because people just love seeing my face. And they just wanted to stand outside my car and watch me record. But anyways, long story short, good and bad habits, you have to differentiate between the two. And there are some very sensitive habits, such as, you know, drug addiction or, you know, alcoholism. Like, I don't want to get into that deep of a habit, but, you know, you guys can fill in the lines. I do pray that if there's anyone out there that does struggle, I pray that you find the help that you need. And I also pray that you keep your head up, because I have seen firsthand what alcohol does to a person. You know, I do pray for those individuals that are stuck. And even though people do say, oh, well, just stop drinking, it's not easy, and I pray that you find the strength that you need. Anyways, to wrap this video up, because I don't want it to be too long, habits, they make you who you are. Choose your habits wisely. Make good habits. Always make good habits. Become inspired by people with good habits. There are tons of people that have inspired me to work out, to eat healthy, to become more spiritual. I mean, surround yourself by good people that give you good habits. And here's how I'm going to end the video. Be the person that you want in your life. Does that make sense? So for instance, I try to be genuine. I try to care for people. I'm very empathetic. You know, of course, there are situations where you can't be so empathetic for people, because that is just how messed up the world is and you get taken advantage. Anyways, be the person that you would want in your life. I would want someone who is genuine, someone who is compassionate, someone who motivates me, someone who inspires me, pushes me forward. That is who I would want in my life. Not to say that I don't have those people in my life, because I do. But I think that in order to make the world a better place, if that even matters to anyone no more, to me it does. Be the person that you would want in your life. And watch slowly how things start changing around you. Because once I started being a little bit more compassionate and being a better person, I started finding peace in my life. With that being said, I hope all of you keep in mind your good and bad habits, make good habits, become a better person, write down what you want out of this life, and just be optimistic, okay? Let me tell you, we have enough people that are pessimistic and don't want you to win, don't want you to succeed, don't want to see you happy. They want what you have. I mean, the list goes on. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. And like I said, I'm going to try to make at least a video a week on a topic that I think should be talked about a little more into depth, that people should look into more, something that holds actual value in someone's person to make them become a better person, because that is what I want my channel to be. I want nothing but good out of this channel. And I thank you watching. Make sure you like my video, you subscribe. We're a very new channel here on YouTube, and I just want it to grow and grow and grow off of positive people who want to change their lives. And yeah, so until my next video, thank you guys. Bye.